What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. So today I have not just one, but I have five separate bold looks for you guys today using some brand new palettes from Huda Beauty. These are the new Obsession palettes. As you can see, I have all five right here. We have Topaz, Emerald, Amethyst, Ruby, and Sapphire. So I'm going to be doing all of these looks for you guys today just because I thought it would be really fun. And of course, I have a lip to match pretty much all of the palettes just because I really wanted to do that as well. So if you like to see all five of these looks using all five of these Obsessions palettes, then you're going to have to keep on watching. As you can see, my base and my brows are on, and it's time to go in with the first of five palettes that we have today. Thankfully, they are smaller palettes, so it's not like that huge, hefty price point, but we are going to go in with the Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions first. Of course, this one is more of the topaz kind of colors. It is definitely still a very cute palette. You're going to get 9 full-size eyeshadows in here, and they're $27 a piece. I think they're really good for travel, and they're also really good to try out her shadow formulation. I honestly really still love Huda's shadow formulation. It's one of my absolute favorites, so it's time to just dive right in. So none of these have names, by the way, so I'm just going to go down the list and just say I'm going to go to this shade right here, etc. We're going to go in with this warm yellowy orangey shade first for my crease color.
This is the emergency broadcast system. The CDC is advising that you stay in your home. We show up.
To just kind of deepen the crease a little bit more, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. Now with that same brush, I'm going to go in with the little bit of a deeper shade right here.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
So I think that to make this eye look pop even more, I'm going to take a little bit of some Shape Tape, and I'm just going to kind of start a little bit of a cut crease.
Up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party. We show up in the party.
Before this dries, obviously, I'm going to go in with this really nice bronzy, almost like rosy gold shade. Really quickly, I want to go in with this dark brown shade for the outer corner.
We show up in the party. We show up in the party.
Now that I cleaned up the lines and everything like that, it looks much better. Like I said, I really don't do a lot of cat eyes, but I really wanted to do a cut crease cat eye with this palette just because it is the more, I would say, neutrals of the entire collection. So I wanted to do something intense with it. So it's looking pretty good so far. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off the face. I'm going to, all that jazz, and I'm going to come back and finish off the eye with you guys. Now that the face is pretty much done except for a lip and of course finishing off the eyes, we're going to go right back in with this dark chocolatey color shade. I'm just going to kind of use that to tie the lower lash line together.
We show up in the party.
I'm going to take a little bit of that brighter shade like we used before. For inner corner brow bone highlight, I'm going to go in with pretty much the lightest shimmery shade right here.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party.
Now that the eyes are pretty much done, I'm going to throw on some mascara and some lashes, and I'll be right back to put on a lip with you guys. As you can see, the eyes are done, the lashes are on. The lashes definitely made this look pop even more. So now I'm going to go in with the liquid lipstick. I'm going to go in with the Smashbox liquid lipstick in the shade Out Loud. So here is the finished first look using the Huda Topaz Obsessions. So I really like the way this look came out. I was really skeptical about the cat eye and the, you know, cut crease kind of thing, but at the end of this look, it looks so much better, and I really am loving it. So, and now it is time for the second look. It's time for look number 2, and I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsession palette. Of course, this one's going to be definitely more of like the emeraldy kind of colors, obviously, and you're going to open it up, you're going to see the 9 shades inside of here. So this color range is a little bit, not intimidating, and I'm not saying intimidating, but definitely has some colors that I can work with. Some of them I'm like, I wish it was a little bit different. First off, for the crease, obviously, I want to go in with this really, really fun, very like tealy shade. That color was definitely not what I was expecting. Like, if you look at it right here versus right here, like this one looks more like sea foam, and this one has a lot more of a deeper color to it. So, not really loving that color as much. I'm gonna go in with like this mossy grayish kind of color.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party. We show up in the party.
I'm going to attempt to try this with a brush, but I'm like really loving the shade that's in the middle right here. It just has like a nice blue, green, teal kind of reflecty, glittery vibe to it. So I'm going to try it with a brush and just see how it applies.
We show up in the party.
So that color is the best. It's so pretty. So now I am going to finish off of my face, as always, and I'll be right back to finish off the eyes and, of course, a lip. Once again, as you can see, my entire face is on. It is now time to finish off this emerald eye, and I'm just trying to decide on what kind of, like, color I want to put under my lower lash line. I know I want to go back in with that mossy color, but I really want to add something else that, like, really just pops, and I want to add this color again, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not sure yet, so maybe I'll just do that.
We show up in the party. We show up in the party.
Now I want to go in with this shade right here. I was going to go in with this one, but that one has like almost like a duochrome kind of vibe. So I want to go in with this shade because it's definitely more of like a glittery shade. I'm going to use that as my inner corner and brow bone highlight. Of course, I'm going to go throw on some mascara and some lashes, and I'll be right back to put on a lip with you guys. Now that the lashes are on, the eye is done, it is now time to go in with a lip, and so now I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Melted Matte in the shade Wicked. Well then, there you have it. Here is the second look using the Emerald Obsessions palette from Huda. And now I'm really obsessed with the way that this one came out, obviously. Like, I'm loving that shimmer on the lid. The lip just pairs well with the eyes. I'm obsessed. So now it is time for the third look. Now it is time for the third palette, third look pretty much, using the Amethyst Obsessions. So of course when you open this one up, you're going to get more of those purpley, amethyst, very mauve-y toned colors. And I'm actually really excited about this one because obviously I've been obsessed with purple this year, and it's just one of those things I'm just completely floored by. I really want to go in with, I think I want to go in with this shade first in the crease, and then kind of use this color right here just to kind of deepen it a little bit more.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
Now I'm going to kind of go with like a halo-y eye effect, so I'm going to go in with like the deeper shade right here.
up in the party. We show up in the party.
Like that shadow was very disappointing. Like it wasn't as pigmented as I was hoping for it to be. So I'm just gonna take that one shade I used before and just kind of blend them together. Now I use a little bit of primer on my lid. I'm gonna go in with the brush and I'm just gonna go in with the shade that's right here in the middle.
Show up in the party. We show up in the party.
But since the top part of the eye is done, I'm going to throw on the rest of my face and I'll be right back to finish off the eye with you guys. So now I'm going to go in with the lower lash line. I'm going to go back in with these two shades right here. Even though I wasn't really happy with this one, I kind of want to just tie the look together.
We show up in the party.
I'm just going to take the lighter shade right here and just kind of tie everything together. For inner corner, I'm going to go in with these two shades right here because I think this color is beautiful. And then I'm going to use this one for my brow bone highlight. Last but not least, with my finger, because that's the best way to pick up the pigment, I'm going to go back in with that shade that's in the middle and just kind of pop this right here just a little bit because I want it to tie with the top. And since this is like a halo eye, I want to make sure that the bottom lash line has the halo eye effect too. Now that the eyes are pretty much done, I'm going to throw on mascara and some lashes and I'll be right back to put on a lip with you guys. Now that the eyes are done, it's time to throw on a lip. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Liquid Melted Matte Lipstick in the shade Unicorn.
We show up in the party, fire than everybody. We show up in the party, fire than everybody. We show up in the party, fire than everybody.
So here is the final look for the Amethyst Obsessions. So I really like the way that this look came out, except for this one shade right here, just because it wasn't as like pigmented, but everything else looks really beautiful about this look. So now it is time to go in with the fourth look. Same as before, my eyes are ready to go. It is time to go in with the Ruby Obsessions. As you can see, obviously it's going to be more of that redder tone. To me, it's more like a redder, reddish, berryish kind of thing, because we have some like purpley shades right in the middle, but it is still very like red toned, if that makes sense, obviously. So, just to get going, I'm going to go in with this shade right here for the crease.
We show up in the party. We show up in the party.
A little bit of an issue blending that one, but it still looks okay. So now we're going to go in with like that steeper blackened kind of cherry color, and then I'm going to use that on the outer corner and smoke it in.
We show up in the party.
I'm going to go in with this like reddish shimmery shade right here on the top, just because that one I feel like will just pop more.
We show up in the party.
The first part of the face is done. Let me throw on the rest of my face, obviously, and I'll be right back to finish off the eye with you guys. Now that the face is pretty much on, it is time to finish off this eye look. So far the red is blending fine. It just has a little bit of, you know, finesse that it needs. So whatever. We're going to go back in with the black and cherry color right there. I'm just going to kind of use that as my lower lash line color.
We show up in the party, fire than everybody. We show up in the party, fire than everybody. We show up in the party.
Inner corner brow bone highlight. I'm going to go in with the lightest shade right here, which is kind of like a reddish toned coppery champagne color. So now it is time to throw on some mascara and some lashes, and I'll be right back to put on a lip with you guys. So now that the lashes are on, it's time to throw on a lip, and I'm going to go in with this shade Lady Balls from Too Faced.
We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party.
Here is the finished fourth look from this little collection. So of course this one was the Ruby Obsessions. I feel like I was a little underwhelmed by the colors in this one. I love this one and this one. I wish this one was a little bit less pink, and of course I wish that these shades were a little bit more red, not as purple, but still I think that the eye look came out really nice. So now it is time for the fifth and final look. It is time for our final look, and that's going to be with the Sapphire Obsessions. Of course, this one's going to be more of those sapphire-y, very bluey toned, almost like somewhat tealy kind of tone colors. So as you can see right here, it's just going to be really pretty. I love this like little pop of like that lime-ish green. I am really excited about playing with this palette just because I love blue tone colors. But of course, blues are very hard to make. I think just to kind of start in with this look, I want to go in with like this light blue shade right here in the crease first and just kind of see what we're going to get from that.
We show up in the party, fire than everybody.
We show up in the party, fire than everybody.
We show up in the party, fire than everybody.
We show up in the party.
The same brush, to add a little depth, I'm going to go in with this really electric-y blue shade.
Show up in the party.
This electric blue reminds me of the blue that's in the Urban Decay Electrics palette, so of course I'm loving that. So now we're going to go in with this deep navy kind of color right here, hoping, fingers crossed, that it's pigmented and not patchy or anything like that. I'm going to use that on the outer corner.
We show up in the party.
Shade was lackluster, to say the least. I am now going to go in with the lid color. I'm going to go in with like this really nice rich blue metallic right here and just hope that that gives me some pigment.
We show up in the party. We show up in the party.
So now before we finish off the eyes, of course I'm going to go finish off my face and everything like that, and I'll be right back to put on the rest of the eye and of the lip with you guys. Now it is time, of course, to finish off this eye look. I'm going to go back in with the really gorgeous, vibrant blue shade right here, and I'm going to use that as my lower lash line color. Now for inner corner highlight, not really a highlight, but inner corner, I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is a really pretty lime green color.
We show up in the party.
Now for brow bone highlight, I'm going to go in with this really pretty glittery shade right here.
We show up in the party.
I'm going to throw on some mascara and some lashes, and of course I'll be right back to put on a lip with you guys. So the eyes are done. It's time to throw on a lip. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced liquid lipstick in the shade Who's Zoomin' Who. There you have it. This is the final look using the Sapphire palette. So of course I used all of the palettes today. I pretty much did 5 separate different looks, and I hope that you guys enjoyed all of them. Of course, this is not really like a review because I know how I actually really love Huda's like palettes before. Of course, I really love her formulation, but I will say though, if you had to pick up any of them, I think Topaz Emerald and Sapphire are my favorites. I feel like Sapphire had some shades that were just kind of and all the shades really had at least like one or two that was just kind of like not as amazing as they could have been, but I definitely think that Emerald is my favorite one. Amethyst was actually very pretty and very stunning too. Of course, I really liked all of them, including Ruby and everything like that. They all worked really well for me, so I enjoyed all of them. It just depends on which one you like the most. So of course, these are $27 a piece, so you can pick these up at Sephora. Of course, obviously that's where I picked up mine. So of course, I hope that you guys enjoyed all 5 of these gemstone collection kind of looks I did today. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the very near future. Love you. Bye.